Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So in this video, I wanted to discuss about a topic which is starting up a business. So starting a new business, it has actually mixed reviews from people, depends on whom you ask. But many of the replies that you would hear are going to be that starting a business is costly or it's not everyone's cup of tea. You need to borrow a lot of money. It's hard and not everyone can succeed. So, is this really a rocket science? So, first, before answering that, first let's understand what a business is, what are the principles on which a business stands on, and how we can start up a business, and what kind of things we need to look at before starting up a business. So, starting with what a business is. So, business is, in simple terms, is just a repeatable process that makes money. Well, let's understand it in brief. So, let's say there's a group of people, businessmen, that we say are going to start up a business, and they have identified some other group of people who are going to benefit from their idea. So, a business is just a repeatable process that creates value for the people and it satisfies their needs at a price that the other group of people is willing to pay. In a way, your idea satisfy your customers needs and expectations, and in return you make some money so that you can continue your venture. So if you are missing any of these five main principles, it's not a business, it's something else. So for example, you let's say you have started some business around rafting and it does not provide any value to other people, so you and your group of friends are doing just as a hobby. So this is not a business, just a hobby. You are just passing time, having fun with your friends. And if we talk about a business that does not charge for the value it's providing to the people, it's not a business, it's a non-profit organization, or something that does not provide value to its customers that it has actually promised to. So that's not a business, that's a scam. And if you talk about a business that does not make money during the process, so the business is not going to last long in the market, hence it is going to go out of business pretty soon. So the five main pillars for any business are value creation. You are creating value for your customers, be it in the form of product or service. Second is the marketing. So this is quite necessary. It's no benefit for you if you have created some product and nobody knows about it. And yeah, like if nobody knows about it, no one is going to buy it, and you are out of business soon. Third is the sales. So once people know about your product, then you have to acquire those customers as the people who are paying for your product or the service. Fourth is the value delivery. So whatever idea you have and whatever value you promised to deliver to customers, you are actually delivering that, and you are actually improving them also. So the loop of constantly having the feedback and then improving your product so that it provides the value to the customers, and you are continuously improving this, so this whole loop. And the fifth is the finance. So this is, in simple terms, just that you are making some money from the sales of your product or services to the people so that you can continue to operate and expand. And this also depends on the finance, that at what pace you are expanding your businesses and what more values are you are providing to customers, or you are expanding in some other markets as well. So these are the five interdependent processes that every business depends on. Now coming to the next part, there are something called as economically valuable skills. So if we just talk about a skill that you have, not every skill or area of knowledge is economically valuable. So for example, let's come to the same example that I had given before, which is rafting. So let's say you have an incredible skill of of rafting and you are one of the best athletes in that field, but no one is going to pay you when you are doing rafting on your own. But so for that, you need to tap into the five interdependent processes that I've talked before. You need to take a leap towards products or services. So there are a ton of people who would like to do rafting as well, but you as an expert have more knowledge than them. So you can create some kind of products that are going to help them a lot, or you can provide some kind of coaching, these kind of services that you can give. So these are the skills that can make you money and around which you can make up your business. So the one thing is, don't expect skills that aren't related to the 5 points that I discussed before to be economically rewarded. So next point that I wanted to talk about is to have the sense of idea about who are your customers. So if you have, let's say, a brilliant idea and you think it's going to demystify all the problems of a lot of people, but having a market research is crucial. So if you don't have a large group of people who want to have what you have to offer, the chances of building a viable business in that field is slim. You need to have a sense of idea about who are the people that you are selling your product or services to, and whether they are going to pay the price for your product or service and they're going to benefit from that in the way that you think of. So this is also known as the iron law of the market, which is you need to know about your market first before starting a business. So next, let's understand about the people to whom you are selling your products or services to. So for this, I think we need to dive into psychology a bit, because we need to understand what people actually desire, so that we can model our business in a way that could actually fulfill people desire on the psychological level. So for this, there are 4 5 points. So the first is the drive to acquire, the desire to obtain some status in the society, to acquire immaterial things like money or some goods. So these are the companies which promises to make them wealthy, influential, powerful. Second, there's the drive to bond, the desire to feel valued, the desire to feel loved. And these are the businesses that focuses on the drive to bond. And these includes like restaurants, cafes, conferences. And third is the desire to learn. Fourth is the drive to defend, the desire to be protect ourselves from the unforeseen future. So businesses like insurance, legal services, these are the perfect examples that fulfill our desire. And fifth is the desire to feel, a desire for intense emotional experiences. So businesses like movies, theaters, sports. So these are the businesses that focus on how the human beings feel. So these were on the higher level were the 4 5 points that were related to the human psychology. And whenever we find a group of people that have an unmet need in one or more of the specific areas, a market will be formed. And this is the opportunity for the businessmen to come up with some sort of idea, value, or service, and and take up that market. So at the core, all successful businesses sell the promise of some combination of these psychological traits. And if any of these things does not sound complex to you, well, because these are not. And starting up a business is not a rocket science, but it just need a constant effort to be put in. So that's it for today's video. In the next video, we'll be talking about the market research in detail, and we'll be talking about what are the different ways to evaluate the market in which you are going to sell your idea, and what are the different kinds of value creation that you can tap in and provide value to the customers. So that's it for today. See you in the next one.